The PS5. Wait, hold up, 5? How did we get here so soon? It feels like just yesterday when the PS4 was the new hotness that everyone was trying to get their hands on, and now we're being told we gotta shell out some $500 for Sony's new gaming machine? Well, it's better than what this thing is going for online. Seriously, eBay? $1,000 for the PS5 in 2020?
Bruh.
You're crazy, man. But the PS5 hype is getting me thinking about the launch titles for the system, and perhaps the one I'm excited for the most is Spider-Man Miles Morales. 2018's Spider-Man game is one of the best superhero games of all time and is by far the best Spider-Man game. It took 16 years, but finally somebody dethroned the 6th generation classic Spider-Man 2 from 2004. And now you're telling me there's a sequel to that game starring the Miles Morales?
Let's go!
But, shameless fanboy hype aside, what can we gain from the Kid Arachnid? What are some lessons from his life that we can use? I'm the guidance guy, and let's swing into this. Since the characterization for Miles was pretty limited in the Spider-Man game, and let's be honest here, you ain't reading a comic book unless it's a manga, okay? So for the sake of this video, we're going to be sticking with the Enter the Spiderverse version of the web slinger. At first, Miles doesn't really fit the description of someone who's about to be Spider-Man, because for starters, both of his parents are still alive. In most cases, that would disqualify him from being a hero in the first place. Where's your angst gonna come from if you're not an orphan, son? Not only that, but he seems to be living a pretty good life. He's not the target of bullying, he's not a socially awkward basket case. In fact, the only tough thing in his life right now is the fact that he's starting over at a school that his parents want him to go to. So far this is not very Spider-Man-like. A core part of Spider-Man's story is tragedy and misfortune, whether it's Uncle Ben dying, his girlfriend dying, or his best friends becoming his sworn enemies. Spider-Man's gotta have some drama. And that drama comes right about the time Miles gets that fated bug bite. Cue the awkwardness of understanding and mastering new powers, getting into the crime-fighting hustle, and that's before the universes start swapping spider people like Pokemon cards. But it's with these zany versions of our familiar hero that we get to the meat of this movie, the importance of support systems. You want to know a dirty little secret about comic book heroes? A lot of the time, these guys go about saving the world like Mr. Incredible.
I work alone.
Superman, Wonder Woman, Iron Man, unless they're explicitly part of a group that they're often reluctant to join in the first place, or they're like Batman who occasionally recruits teens to run around the city bashing people's heads in, our heroes save the day single-handedly. We see these exploits and go, I want to be that guy or girl. We want to be the one with the power to go in and solve all the problems by ourselves. But Enter the Spiderverse flips that script by showing that Miles is at his most successful when he's not running point alone. He's being mentored by another version of Peter Parker, and the rest of the Spider Crew is there to give insight to their newest member. And this helps Miles understand his powers, his situation, and just what it means to be Spider-Man. And what's interesting is that this movie goes against another major Spider-Man trope, that he often goes through his personal struggles alone. Be it fighting crime or balancing the hero and civilian life, Peter has almost condemned himself to solving all his problems solo. But Miles doesn't go for that. He fully embraces the role of Spider-Man, but he also embraces help, mentorship, and assistance with his life. And I believe this is what makes this version of Spider-Man not only special, but so needed right now. This year, a lot of us have had to get used to doing some things alone. Whether it's living away from friends and loved ones, learning from home as your living room becomes your classroom, there's a certain kind of isolation that has hit us like nothing before. But it's in times like this that we're tempted to think that we're stuck like this, that we have to go through whatever it is we're going through by ourselves. And that's just not true. Just like how Miles discovered that there are in fact other people who have gone through exactly what he's experiencing, the same is true for us. I mean, seriously, if Miles can find other people who understand him, we can too. That line of "no one understands you" is an absolute lie. And just like how Miles reached out for help, don't be afraid to do that too. FaceTime a close friend, chat up a family member on WhatsApp, make an attempt to reach out. Because since a lot of us are going through the same emotions right now, you'll quickly find someone who can offer support, understanding, or even just a break from the chaos around us. We all go through times when we feel down, but it doesn't mean it has to stay that way. Because when we find our support, that's when we find out just how much we can truly elevate. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what other characters and franchises you'd like me to discuss next. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you know when the next video is ready. Until next time.